Back on the Chamber Report, member profiles continues, and here's a guy I know well because he's just right down the hallway from the Chamber office. It's Anoka Dental. Dr. Lee DeKrey is with us. Well, he's back with us. He's kind of becoming a regular here, and we like that because we are going to find out what's happening in the world of dental, and you're going to learn a little bit more about Anoka Dental. So if you don't know where they are and where the Chamber is, we're located at 12 Bridge Square, which is in the Bridge Square Mall right off First Avenue in downtown Anoka. You can't miss it, especially with Sparky's. So what Doc likes is you go into Sparky's, you eat those pancakes with all that sugar and that syrup, you maybe think you might have a cavity, and then you just walk 20 feet and go in, and they can take care of you over at Anoka Dental. Doc, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
So let's talk a little bit for somebody out there who doesn't know about Anoka Dental. Tell them kind of the ABCs of Anoka Dental.
You know, we like to think we're kind of your hometown dentist. We've been there. We try to get our footprint into the community. We have a great relationship with our patients. People will stop in even if they don't have an appointment just to say hi, actually ask questions about treatment they maybe are thinking about. We have so many random gifts from patients. I never thought that would happen, but we're the biggest frauds. If you go to our break room, we have all sorts of sugar and treats. People bring us baked goods. I don't know why, but I'm not complaining. So it's great. We become kind of a family with our patients, and we've really liked that.
Well, I mean, it really comes down to service. You care. Mm-hmm. It really is that simple, and you've got a well-seasoned and experienced team working over there.
We do. You know, it's kind of crazy when you add up all the years. It's something like 260 years of experience between our members. You know, about 10 of us, and so we like that. We've all been there for a while now. We are actually looking for a part-time hygienist. One of our hygienists stepped down. She had about 20 years experience, and we have another one. She has 37 years experience, which is wild, and she's going to part-time. She just couldn't step away from her patients because she loves them so much. She gives them hugs, you know, and it's patients will come in and talk and just cut a vein and just talk and talk and talk, and they miss that if she wasn't still there, and she knows she can't retire. So.
Wow. All right. So hey, if somebody's interested, how would they go about learning more?
We want them to email Robin at smile@anokadental.com. You can also call us at 763-421-4002, or stop in, let us know what's going on, and we will see what the fit is, if it's the right fit, because we want somebody there for the long haul. We really do.
Sure, absolutely. Hey, I love your mission statement.
Yeah, that's kind of a fun little play on words. Together, achieving greatness tag. We like to kind of tag in and help each other. We are a well-oiled machine. I know I can't do it all on my own. I definitely rely on my assistants, my hygienists, front staff, and when there's slack, somebody comes in and they take it up. And it's been great just seeing how well we can adapt to the different challenges we've had, especially over the last 2 years. And if somebody has to retire, things like that. Because we are booked out for hygiene. You know, like patients need their teeth cleaned. And it is going to be a while. So that's why we're trying to get somebody else in. And whenever there's openings, we try to squeeze people in there the best we can. Sure. Some people are taking extra shifts. But legitimately, for the long term, that's why we're looking for somebody else to kind of help out.
You know, when you talk about the last couple years, I mean, as a dentist, I mean, pick your profession, but as a dentist, as the example of working through COVID, you know, and patients that need help and need to have treatments and all of those things being done. Obviously, we're getting on the other side of that. This is positive, but every time I walk by, when I'm walking down to Sparky's, I see that the masks are on. You guys are still aware of the scenario, trying to be as safe as you can be. How have you seen things? I mean, are people coming back?
They are, and you know, just recently, Anoka County has changed it so you don't have to wear a mask, but we are keeping on point if it's required. We have masks for you if it makes you feel more comfortable.
Great.
But yeah, people are coming back. We were the highlight for many people in 2020. People didn't get out of their house, and so they actually liked to see us, which was good. I don't know how often I hear, it's not you, I just hate the dentist, but they still come and see us, so we like that. Just the stresses of everything that's been going on. We see a lot more wear. People are getting different pains, and we like to see if we can help fix that. If it's something as easy as putting them into a mouth guard or a night guard, something to help with just simple teeth grinding, or if they have a cracked tooth because they've been clenching for so long because stuff isn't going the way they want it to. That's what we're there for.
Great. All right, let's talk about some of the treatments that you guys play with. One of them is implant.
We love doing implants. It's one of my favorite things to do just because we take out a lot of teeth, and usually it's for a reason, but it's more fun to give somebody another tooth or several teeth or multiple teeth at one time. And seeing them walk out of the office with a new smile, they just regain that confidence.
Yeah.
And I took on, the extra training to place implants so that it could be more affordable for our patients. I can't do all of them. I still have to refer some out, but we restore all of them. And if we can do it, it saves the patient money and time, and then I can just make sure everything's done the way for them to be set up for a long-term healthy smile.
What about dentures with implants?
That's a fun thing, too, that we're getting into more and more. A lot of people will see those commercials where they get all their teeth replaced in one day. It's a little fudging of the truth. It's a very expensive option, and it does work, but it's a very nice carb if you're getting into those.
Sure.
We like to find an alternative for that where you can place a couple implants, 2, sometimes 4 implants, and the denture snaps onto that. That restores a lot of function that patients who haven't been able to take care of their teeth for years, we can all of a sudden give them a functioning mouth. And we don't like it when people wait too long because then it becomes harder.
Sure.
If we can get more proactive and plan it out, we can set them up for a long-term bite.
Tell everybody out there about Reveal. I've heard about it, but I bet some of them have not.
So Reveal, it's kind of a generic Invisalign, if you will. I think Invisalign lost their patent about 3-4 years ago. And so there are those different competitors. You'll see Smile Direct. Not going to poo-poo anybody, but there's no oversight with a dentist with something like that. I use Reveal for patients who maybe have thought about getting their teeth straightened but just didn't want to go to the orthodontist. I have a lot of retired moms that get their teeth straightened. I think my average patient to get their teeth straightened, I have plenty of teenagers, but it's women in their 50s and 60s. More and more I'm seeing patients, they're wearing their teeth incorrectly or too aggressively in their 20s and 30s, and they're not concerned about how straight their teeth are, but that wear pattern is going to lead them to losing their front teeth in their 60s and beyond, and then they're going to have to do something like implants and dentures. So if I can get them into something like Reveal to straighten their teeth, not just for making their smile look better, but for a better function, that's something that we're also really pushing with some patients. And it's nice to see that feedback from patients really enjoying that because their teeth now are preserved a lot longer.
Earlier you mentioned something about grinding and some other things, and so mouth guards are something that you guys have?
They are, and you can get something over the counter where it'll just kind of pop it in like those old mouth guards you would do for football practice.
Yeah.
We make them a little thinner with the lab, and they're clear. We clean them for you after your hygiene appointments just to make sure they last longer. The point of these is you will wear through the plastic, not through your teeth. It's a lot cheaper to replace this piece of plastic than it is 5, 6, 7 teeth with crowns. And we're aware of the cost of things. It's much cheaper to do one of these than it is to fix all of your teeth.
And speaking about crowns, bridges, teeth whitening is a hot thing. You guys all have those available?
We do. We offer our whitening products probably a little too cheap, but that's because we want to give our patients the opportunity to make their smile something they're proud of, and we get great results from it. There's simple things, just kind of like those Crest over strips, but we have a different brand that's a stronger chemical that helps and gives a better finished result. And we also do things like the mouth guards that are for individual teeth, and we give you syringes to whiten your teeth at home. Overnight ones, 15-minute ones, 3-hour ones, just kind of depending on your tooth sensitivity and what kind of results you're looking for.
Laser.
It's a real crazy world we're living in, I guess, but lasers, we can use them for all sorts of things. We use them for soft tissue reduction. You can also use it for cleaning teeth a bit. It helps disinfect around the socket, so to speak, just to get too verbose about it. But patients know, if you have those deep pockets, they don't want to get loose teeth, and introducing the laser into those areas can help kill the bacteria and lead to a healed socket, so to speak, and again, set your tooth up for a long-term stay in your mouth.
It is amazing to me how much the industry that is dentistry constantly is changing, and I bet from your standpoint too, it's got to be amazing, even like in the last 5 years compared to what it is today.
Yeah, things just become more streamlined. The research is ongoing, and it's wild to see and to think where it'll go in the next 5, 10, 20 years.
All right, so Dr. Lee, we got some people out there going, I'm really interested in some of this stuff, but I'm afraid about, as they always are, about what it is. So the question becomes, hey, and as an example, I do not have dental insurance, still need to get them worked on. Is that a problem? You can make something work?
No insurance is no problem at all. In fact, sometimes it's almost better if you don't have insurance because then you don't have to play by their rules, so to speak, because they have certain limits on how much you can get done each year. We have our Anoka Dental membership plan. It's a great option for people, especially if they don't have insurance. $2.99 a year, you get 2 cleanings. That on its own is cheaper than just 2 cleanings on itself. And you also get 15% all other services. You get fluoride, you get any necessary diagnostic x-rays. And that 15% off is for anything. So if I have patients coming in for implants, I really want them to get the plan so they save money on that treatment for not only the implant, but the abutments and the crowns and any other thing we're doing. Just for the cleanings, you save money.
Yeah,
but then you get that 15% off. It's kind of a no-brainer to do something like that.
And I'm not trying to sound like my mother. I promise you I'm not. But you should get your teeth cleaned at least twice a year. I got to be honest, I was one of the worst ones in that. I'm on a 6-monther, and let's face it, I ain't getting any younger, and these aren't getting any younger either. And so you start to pay for it, I think, a little bit more the older that you get. So the sooner that you care about what's going on in your mouth and those teeth, the better it's going to be for the long term. And Doc, teeth affect everything. I mean, you know, I've had some canal work done, and I've never had a baby, but I'm telling you, the pain that I was going through was insane, and it affects everything that you are when it hurts in here.
I have to take their word for it because I'll never be pregnant and have a baby, but I've had women tell me their tooth pain is worse than that.
Okay, then.
That's anecdotal, but we'll let them stand by that claim because, again, I can't challenge that.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, I was just never so happy to get that Novocaine in there and something finally getting it fixed because it's a pain. And it's not worth having the pain. And the folks at Anoka Dental can help you get rid of that pain and can help you to a better scenario when it comes to your teeth. And hey, they've got the Anoka Dental membership program. 2 cleanings are included in that, plus that 15% and everything else. I mean, it's a great deal, and Doc, thank you so much for doing that. And on a side note, just thank you, and I say this every time you're here, and I don't care if you're tired of hearing about it, I want all of them to hear about it. You and the crew at Anoka Dental are so supportive of the Chamber, so supportive of the community. I see it all the time, not only with the Chamber, obviously, but in other areas. And businesses don't have to do that. You have chose early on to do it, and it is massively appreciated, and you care about community, and that's great.
Thank you. You know, just to hop off of that too, we're going to be in November 28th being a drop-off site for Toys for Joy. That's something we've kind of been a part of for the last couple of years. And I think December 3rd, we're sponsoring a Toys for Joy donation drop-off in our parking lot, teaming up with Bob Total Country. So
sweet.
And Robin would be mad at me if I didn't say too, veterans get 10% off at our office too. We want to make sure we hit that home too. We love our vets.
Yes, I've always see that sign, and it never goes down. That means it's always in play. And thank you for the Toys for Joy stuff. It's a group that's near and dear to the Chamber's heart. We've been involved with that group since its inception. Toys for Joy helps families in need in the holidays from Anoka County. That's to take nothing away from national programs, but there was a reason that some people saw that, you know what, many, many, many years ago, we just weren't getting it covered in Anoka County, so they started Toys for Joy. So that gets food for the family to have a nice holiday meal and some gifts for those kids. And I know the first thing you're thinking about is, I'm in, I want to do it, and you go down that kid aisle to go buy that maybe 3 to 10-year-old. And that's great, and if anything that you can give is great. I will just throw this out. Teens are what they really need gifts for, because people don't think about that, but yet, hey, it's Christmas for teens too. So we as a chamber, we're going to have a special membership luncheon in December. We're a drop spot as well. Obviously, Anoka Dental's taken that to a whole new level with the event that they're going to put together out in the parking lot. And the Turoks, yes, we'll have something for that drive as we will give. So, hey, Doc, thank you so much for all of that, and thanks for being a great neighbor. And more importantly, look, the crew can help you with your needs. He is Dr. Lee DeKrey. He is with Anoka Dental. They are located at 12 Bridge Square in downtown Anoka, just off East Main Street on 1st Avenue South. And Doc, website, phone number, if somebody wants to dig into some of this a little bit more?
AnokaDental.com, pretty easy. And our telephone is 763-421-4002.
Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks.
All right, we're taking a break. We've got one more segment on member profiles, and we'll do it right after this.